Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Hey, welcome back if you're back, and welcome if you're new to Our 2 Cents. Our 2 Cents, WOscar.com, Our 2 Cents on all social media. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to you, and it means the world to me. Leave a comment for the algorithm. It helps. It helps keep the ball rolling. Hit that like button too. Hit that subscribe if you haven't as well. Anyways, thank you. Buzzsprout, let's get your podcast launched today. Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or, I don't know, maybe you think it would be a great idea to have your own program, talk show, whatever you want to call it. There's thousands of podcasters already signed up and sharing their message to the world. Following the link in the show notes, let's Buzzsprout know that I sent you, not we. There ain't no we and I. Also, get you a $20 credit if you sign up for a paid plan. It used to be a gift card. Not no more. It's all right. We still get the credit. Go for it. Sign up. Thank you, Buzzsprout. Ooh. Happy nationalities. Happy National Mickey Mouse birthday. What other day could be the happiest day in the world? I cannot think of the happiest place in the world right now other than Disneyland. Lies. Anyways. But there's plenty of happier places than Disneyland. But it is Mickey's birthday. And as a child, I grew up with the old school Mickey where Mickey got to be a racist. Those were really harsh. That's what we grew up with. Of course, we didn't understand it at the time, but as adults, we now do. Congratulations. On November 18th, Mickey Mouse birthdays commemorates the debut, I don't know if I said that correct, of a lovable mouse that once a rabbit called Oswald. His character got his start in a film November 18th, 1928. But before that, the story in 1927 when Walt Disney first sketched a floppy-eared bunny while under contract with two Universal Studios. Who would have thought? I thought Disney was bigger than that, but now Disney owns them. Look at that. Look how that turns tables. The events that unraveled brought us Mickey Mouse. Hashtag Mickey Mouse birthday. Birthday, not birthday. It has TH. You can't forget the letters. How to observe Mickey Mouse birthday. Wish Mickey Mouse a happy birthday. Use hashtag Mickey Mouse birthday to share on social media. And use it so that Disney can get all the credit and more popularity, as if it needs it, so that it can get more expensive for you to visit the happiest place on earth. Do it. Happy National Mickey Mouse birthday. It's not national, but a happy Mickey Mouse birthday, whatever the hell. Anyways. And we could not have the national birthday of a mouse named Mickey. Of course, we know whom it belongs to, and that is Disney. I hope I said that correctly, so I don't get sued for misnaming them. If that's a thing, that could be a thing. But anyways, of course, we cannot have Mickey Mouse birthday without having Happy National Princess Day. Happy National Princess Day. Hashtag National Princess Day. Celebrate the princess in every girl by taking part in National Princess Day on November 18th. Perhaps you know a princess who shines because of her gifts of laughter, making everyone around them smile. Maybe your princess shows her loyal nature by her acts of kindness and heart of gold. Or your princess may be bold and confident, ready to take on every new challenge. Whatever her gift is, there's a princess in each of us. I don't think so. Even if you don't know it yet, I don't think so. Maybe half of the population, yes, but regardless, if there is a princess in each one of you, enjoy it. It is your day. Happy National Princess Day. Thank you. Now, today's episode is brought to you by Dodge of Carson. I don't even know if that's a real thing. That just came to my head just to say it was brought to you by. Anyways, welcome to our 2 cents. We did this one a little bit different. Recorded it in different sections only because time zoning and scheduling and me being unpunctual and not being ready. That's why. No, it was timing, different time zones. Today I talked to my new friends, world travelers, TR Explorers Adventure, 2 gentlemen whom have possibly, I dare say, the greatest life out of anybody I've ever talked to on this podcast. Now, this is really exciting for me because I've always wondered, how do people fund their travels when they become nomads, when they decide to travel the world and just live like a nomad? Like, I've always wondered, how do you fund it? And we finally learned that it is possible for you to go to a place and able to acquire some type of job. But I don't want to ruin it, so I will just let my new friends, Teno and Ryan from TR Explorers Adventures, thank you. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for letting me have this conversation with you. I was so excited when you guys answered back. I didn't think you guys were going to answer, but I just shot my shot and it worked. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself. Please let us know who you are, what you do, and everything you have going on as well, please, and all your social medias. Go ahead.
All right. So my name is Teno, and this is my buddy Ryan. We run the shared account of TikTok called TR Explorers, and that's where we document a lot of our travels and just a lot of things we do, like adventure-wise. And we've been full-time traveling for a year now.
Over a year,
over a year now. And right now we're currently in Indonesia, just traveling around, having fun, exploring. And yeah, after this, we go to Australia for around 6 months on a work visa. So
is that part of your travel, Australia? Or is that just like a place that you're going to go settle down for a minute?
Well, we got work visas there. And so it seemed like, a good idea to stay put a little further there. So, save up a little bit while we explore.
All right. Yeah. Sounds definitely like a plan. Where is home for you guys? I mean, I don't know way. I don't understand because you guys call yourself nomads. I'm like, where is home for you guys?
We're both originally from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're next door to me from California. Same time zone, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, not more,
Interesting.
but
Yeah.
should be.
So what pushed you guys? Because see, you guys are what you said 20, 28.
I'm 20.
21.
Jesus Christ, I completely misheard you. I apologize. 21. When did you guys start getting that itch for I want to travel? I want to go know what's out there.
Honestly, in high school, we kind of, I guess that's how our friendship kind of started, is our love and passion for adventure kind of blossomed together, you know? We started hiking together and then it developed into backpacking trips, road trips, and now we're traveling around the world together.
Now, how did you guys start funding this? Because like that to me was just a dream. I was just like, all right, well, I'm out of high school. I got to go get a job now. But you guys took a different approach. How did you guys fund it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. We both worked in high school, so we had some savings saved up for like basically emergency money when we needed to. But the primary thing is wherever we travel to, we pick up jobs like seasonal work, and just like temporary jobs, and that usually provides us a place to stay, and some provide food as well, which cuts our cost of living down to almost nothing. So everything we make there, we just get to save and then use for future trips, basically. So that's how it's funded.
Now for you, now you two, do you have like a pool where you put everything, or each of you has their own pool?
Each has their own, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we both have jobs usually. We both find them and then we just kind of
course.
save up in each spot.
Yeah,
Oh, of
we
course.
we have separate bank accounts where, yeah, we're not
Right.
not a couple. So
Right. No, I
we,
I mean I was just wondering how you guys made it work for you guys. But yes, it seems like it would be the best way to to work it out, because there could be a lot of confusions. It's money, you can't really mix that up.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, we just keep it separate, and we do very similar jobs, so we're saving up very similar amounts. So what's within my budget is usually within his budget, so it works out pretty well.
Oh, awesome. So what's the weirdest job you guys had to have in all this time you guys been traveling?
Probably working on an animal sanctuary. It was a really cool experience though.
Okay, but that's a cool one. That does sound cool working at an animal sanctuary. But I'm saying like the weirdest ones. You guys don't really have weird jobs, or just like normal jobs like you just mentioned.
I mean, I'd say that's probably the most uncommon one. We've worked at a lot of like hotels and stuff like that,
Oh,
restaurants, because usually we're in kind of smaller, areas with a lot less people. The animal sanctuary was definitely the most unconventional one. So we had to like feed the animals. It was basically anything that our hosts wanted us to do. So like tend to them, repair fences. They also had like a camper van rental business. So
right.
we would often go clean their vans out, flip them, and send them off to the next person who was renting them.
That kind of sounds tough. It sounds like a lot of
Yeah,
work. Like it doesn't sound like in the whole a lot of work, but a lot of little work, little jobs here and there that you had to tend to, right?
yeah, just a lot of variety. It spiced things up a little bit, kept things interesting. So I personally appreciated that for
Right.
sure.
We're
But
definitely like constantly moving. Once we get one thing squared away, once we get there, we're already looking for the next things for where we're going next, trying to
the,
get that
oh,
figured.
right. I was straight. Where were you guys before you guys got to Indonesia? That's where you guys are right now, Indonesia, right? Where were you guys
Yeah,
before prior to that?
we were working in Yosemite National Park before that.
What? That's
Yeah,
cool. What's the weirdest thing you saw there? Did you guys go like in the woods, or just like in the place where they I don't know, where they station, right?
Yeah. So we worked in the valley and we were there for like 3 months working. And then we did the John Muir Trail right after, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's
No.
like a 210-mile through hike. You go from Yosemite to Mount Whitney.
You guys did that? Did,
Yeah.
did you do that in sandals too?
I did indeed.
That's crazy. How how are your feet? Jesus.
Uh, I've been told that my feet are some of the worst features about me. Probably my worst feature. So I mean, they're not great. They feel fine. They don't look great. But I mean, hey, I'm getting everywhere I need to go with them. So
Hey,
yeah,
hey, as long as they keep working that and they don't leave you halfway there, you should be fine.
yeah, exactly.
I saw how far you made it with those sandals. You know what? The trip I'm talking about the tallest place, most secluded place in America. That video, that's where I found you guys, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I want to do that. When you were talking about when you guys were looking at was it the sunrise that you were talking about?
Yeah.
It was mesmerizing, and you got all kinds of emotions. Well,
Yeah.
check this out. When you were saying that, when I was listening to your video, and you were saying that, and I was remembering that every time I go to the desert, through the desert, because I work construction, and I have to go out to the desert to work on houses and stuff like that, right? But one of those days when I was heading out that way, I got to an area where you can see the sunrise. Just like, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain the feelings that I got, but it was coming like through the mountains. You could see just like the orange, the very very tiny line of orange that you can see at the beginning, and that same feeling you were describing on that video is exactly the same feeling I got. And mind you, I was driving. I couldn't really pay attention to the sunrise, right? Because I was driving. But the very little that I was watching, just that tiny light, I don't know. My eyes got watery. Now, I don't know if it was because of the sunlight or because of the emotions that it made me feel. But like I said, it was a great feeling. I don't know. It has almost no words to describe.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Sunrise is something that I don't get to see very often just because I'm not that big of a morning person. But every time it's always a good time. It's always special. So no, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, that feeling about is definitely kind of the feeling we kind of chase and like to follow with this lifestyle.
Hey, I can see the joy that you guys get, because like I said, I was going to work and I witnessed that in the morning. And you know what? I always think, because like my goal is to literally just stop working and try to work like remotely, like just work from my computer or whatever the hell. But I just want to quit working the regular 9 to 5 jobs that I have. That's my goal. And I always sit down and think about what is the thing that I'm probably gonna miss the most from this job. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be the sunrises every single morning, because I've taken like vacation, and I stay at home in the mornings and I don't go out, and I miss the sunrise, and it's like something that's like, I should probably go out tomorrow and look at the sunrise, but I don't wake up on time. If I don't have to go to work, I don't wake up on time.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I don't blame you.
Definitely, yeah. But I was gonna say, when you said that you're not a morning person, I was saying, hey, if I walked as much as you guys do, I probably wouldn't be a morning person either, man. I wouldn't want to get up. How did you guys have another video on your Instagram on top of an airplane? How do you come across that? Was that in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, so it was there's a guy, he actually lives out of the airplane. He bought it and then they took it apart and rebuilt it in the woods on his property. And it's kind of one of those things, I'm basically always constantly doing research on basically every outlet through the internet and every social media platform to try and find different locations, and every single time I find one, I just add it to the list. And then when we happen to be passing through the area, I make sure to, hit the spot. And that was one that I'd had on my list for probably like 2-3 years. And we were making our way down from Washington to Yosemite, and we were like, we got to stop there.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? That place is, I don't know, mesmerizing, I guess. Because I don't know, maybe that's how you guys intended to make the video. But watching the video gave me an eerie feeling, like scared. I don't know if that's what you guys went for, but scared but mesmerizing at the same time, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It was just kind of like because it wasn't like super sunny or anything. It was kind of like a gloomy or darker feel, exactly. With like slower music behind it. No, it definitely did give off that feeling.
I wanted the Lost type feel for that one.
Can you repeat that again? I didn't catch it. I'm sorry.
Like a Lost in the Woods type feel for that.
Yeah, shot. And that's what I wanted to ask. I was gonna say, how do you guys come across that in the middle of the woods? Because that's where I thought it was. And also, I was like, how did it get there? How many people died in there? And is there bones in there? Those are the thoughts that were coming to my head just watching you guys just laying there and just like the video, the way it was shot. But it's an amazing video. I like it. Not to say that the rest of your videos are, oh, they're amazing. You guys are great videographers, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Definitely. What do you guys have any worries about, like, when you guys travel, as far as getting sick or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, that's always on the table. Like, you can get sick wherever. I've gotten sick living at home too, so it's like, but you're definitely exposed to more just like foreign like viruses, and just places we stay or eat at are not always the cleanest. So it's always some sort of that. But I always like to think that, the more we do this, the stronger our immune system's going to get, the more invincible we become. So then we got nothing to worry about.
Of course. Hey, you know what? I can see what you're saying, but what I'm worried about is the stage to getting to that stage that you're talking about. I'm worried about those sleepless nights where everything's coming out from both ends. That's what I worry about.
Yeah. That's something that we always run the risk of. And I mean, that we won't let that ever stop us really from trying. I mean, it adds to the experience either way. It's like, oh yeah, I stayed up until like 4 a.m. throwing up, and fluids are coming out both ends. Like, either way, it's a story to tell.
It makes for a great story, doesn't it? That's awesome. See, when you guys started on your first travels, did you guys do some what are those called that you're supposed to take for your gut health? Enzymes. Did you guys take any of that, or do you guys take any of that? You just, let's go.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if one day that comes back and kind of bites us in the ass a little bit. But hey, haven't happened yet, so we'll keep doing what we're doing.
Hey, and even if it does, your immune system's just gonna get stronger. Hopefully.
Exactly. What doesn't kill.
That's great, man. Yeah, that's like I said, that's my biggest worry. It's just like hurting. That's like the worst. Do you guys have you guys been to like the Amazon jungle or anywhere?
No.
Is that
not together?
I'm sorry.
I'm part Ecuadorian, and so I went when I was young, with my family, but I've been since I was like 10.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you were born in Ecuador, or?
No, I just have family there, so we would go visit.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with the area. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. But you were born in, both of you were born in Washington, right? Yeah, that's crazy. I saw your guys' also transformation from like the high school till now, man. Hey, the years helped a lot. So, I'm saying that being there because I didn't look as good as I look today. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but you guys, your transformation from there on, you guys have grown up to be like, I would dare say, I don't mean it in any demeaning way or anything like that, but I dare to say that you guys are more successful than all those millionaires that I follow online, because you guys are literally doing what you guys want. There's like literally nothing stopping you guys. You guys are gone. You guys are not even here. You guys are awake right now. I mean, you're about to start your day. I'm now about to go to bed in a bit. That's what I find amazing, that you guys are doing what you want. Now, I never knew about that type of world that you guys are doing. And now I think about it and I'm like, would I have been successful there, or would I have just crumbled into pieces and just, died with a worm in my gut somewhere in the middle of the jungle, And maybe that's why I worry about having gut problems. But yeah, you said the walk to the mountain, to the cabin on the top of the mountain was a 19-mile walk, right?
Yeah.
When you first started explaining it, it looked amazing. I was like, oh, wow. But when you said, and this is where it turned to the worst, from better to worse, I was like, oh, man, you're going to start hurting. Were your toes not hurting? Because all you were wearing was it one pair of socks? And tell me those socks were at least wool.
The socks?
Yes.
they were cotton socks.
Oh man, that makes it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some wool would have worked better. Do you use wool? Do you on your travels like that? Do you guys use wool clothing or just cotton regular?
We just wear whatever we got in our wardrobe. We're not too because like worst case scenario, shirt gets wet, just take it off. Like
Oh my god, that's crazy. I think I listened to other podcasts where they explain, oh well, we took wool socks and wool this to the to stay warm, but you guys just raw dogging it. Let's go.
yeah, it's really easy to get caught up in all like the materialistic stuff within people are like, oh, I can't do this because I don't necessarily have the best of the best of the gear. But like it might not be like the best of the best, but if it works, it works. And you can honestly, people underestimate how much you can do with just their everyday kind of things. Like, not saying that everyone should hike in slides by any means, but but just it's mind blowing to think that even on like a very small like 3 mile hike where it's like very traffic, a lot of people are like, you shouldn't be wearing slides, that's unsafe. But in reality, it's like I've done so much worse than that, and like still make it work. And like I don't know, just the concept that people have about the certain kind of gear you need, and like if you don't have it, there's no way you can do it. I don't fully align with.
Of course, it's just a matter of learning the tactic of handling the situation the way you do. Because hey, you first started without socks, and at the end of the road you were like, I'll just put some socks and I'll be fine. When I get up there, I'll warm up.
Yeah, no. So I put my slide into winter mode and put some socks on. So we're all good.
What about you, Ryan? Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? You didn't show your shoes? Do you have regular shoes on, full closed toe or open toed shoe?
I don't really have hiking boots. I'm not one for the gear as well. But yeah, I'm not hiking in slides. I just have whatever tennis shoes I got on. They wear out.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I can see that you guys are making do with what you have because, like I said, you guys are free. You guys are doing whatever the hell you want. You're hiking with sandals in the middle of nowhere, literally. That's amazing. How does your family feel about you guys not being close to home?
They it's a mixed thing for them. I think they want a different life for me that I have going on right now because I mean they're immigrant parents, so they've always wanted like the very traditional like go to college, kind of get a very secure job, and then just start a family, and then just on to the next generation, basically. Right. But I mean, as you see, I'm not quite doing that right now.
No,
dropped out of college, and yeah, I put that on hold and just traveling. Basically, they think it's cool, but part of them wishes I was doing something else. But in terms of like being close to them, they knew it was going to happen eventually. Like I moved away for a year to go to college, so that was away from them too. So it was no matter what I was doing, I wasn't going to be at home. So I think they come to terms with that, and they got their own stuff going on, so they're okay with it for me.
Of course.
And I kind of knew I wanted to do this from earlier on, so a lot of their worries and all that kind of came up and were stirred up like a few years before I even did this. And so by the time I actually went out to do it, they were more supportive, just because we had so many discussions about it at that point. Mm-hmm. And they could tell I knew what I was kind of doing. I had done a lot of research.
Okay. See, that's interesting. At least you guys have that support, and I'm pretty sure that for both of you, it's pretty much the same, that you guys are, if you need to come back home and regroup, you guys have that place to go to, which is important to have at least, But yeah, I'm really amazed that you guys at such a young age. Honestly, it makes me kind of jealous of you guys, but that's okay. No, I'm just grateful to have came across you guys and have been able to have this conversation with you guys, because I literally have never had a conversation with anybody that has traveled as far as you guys. Now, me personally, I was born in El Salvador, so traveling from over there to the States, it was what it was then, but I don't remember it. I was so young that it's like, it's probably erased, or probably I would have to do some type of therapy where I would probably come across it. Or probably not. I could probably figure that out on my own. But but yeah, but it's amazing. And yeah, you guys keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are great. Keep having fun. Are you guys worried about being robbed or anything like that? Or is that even in your mind? Or do you guys know how to pick the spots where you're like, all right, we're probably in danger. We should probably get out of here?
Well, here's the thing for us. We usually don't like to go to too many like touristy spots. It's usually a lot more low key, like a lot more just out of like off the beaten path, basically. So encountering people becomes a lot less like rare compared to like in a city. You're walking past like hundreds of people every day. Sometimes we come across like 10 people throughout the entire day. And I mean, the chances of that, just because we're so isolated, obviously if they held us to gunpoint, like they can have all we got, but most of the stuff we carry on us aren't like too valuable anyways. Like they might take our phones and stuff, but anything else, it's like if they rob us, like we can recover, kind of thing. We don't like, most of our stuff is in like, obviously in bank accounts. We don't carry too much cash on us, stuff like that, where it's like you do preventative measures to make sure that like you don't have all your eggs in one basket in that sense, where if something happens to your belongings, whatever, you can still recover and still get by.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, because see, that's aside from any stomach virus or anything like that, that's my biggest worry. You guys have been to Mexico, right? And you guys have walked pretty much like in the mountain range area as well.
Oh, I haven't been so much in the mountain area. I've been just throughout parts of Mexico. Those ones I did traveling with my family. So okay. Those ones, yeah. It wasn't with Ryan.
It was a little different, right? It wasn't as much fun as with Ryan, right?
That wasn't as adventurous. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, I get it, but that's cool. I at least for Mexico, at least from all the news that we get over here from like how crazy it is, I worry about that would be my biggest worry, coming across any place where they're cooking something up, getting it ready to package it and just send it back this way. That would be my worry, coming across something like that if I'm actually adventuring out that way. Do you worry about like stuff like that when you guys go out into like the woods?
I think it's one of those things that you kind of just learn from experience. Like you can worry about it all you want, but unless it actually happens, and when it actually happens, you just have to react when you do, And I think we're pretty good at reading each other and we've been in a lot of scenarios in our travels, whether it's, we get stuck out on a trail and we have to find our way back because our maps aren't working or, what have you. Mm-hmm. And I think our reliance on each other to kind of trust each other to navigate ourselves through whatever comes our way is kind of one of the things that gives us the most confidence in doing what we do, kind of jumping into the unknown.
Right.
I mean, yeah. And there's always some sort of narrative put out within like a certain place or whatever. People are always like, oh, this place is super dangerous, blah, blah. But a lot of the times it's only because like the bad stuff is reported. Like maybe like the chances of it are really low, but all you see is just all the bad stuff. So it just gives a unrealistic kind of, it's not quite like, for example, like 100 people go to this place, one person gets robbed. Probably only the one person is going to talk about getting robbed in this place, and the other 99 people they're not even going to mention, like they're not going to be like, oh yeah, I felt so safe. No, I just wouldn't get brought up. But what would stick out was that, oh, someone got robbed there, So right. It's, you go to the place and you realize that it's not actually like as bad as it seems, or I mean, it could be worse than it's depicted, but you never know until you really go there.
Yeah, every place kind of has a stereotype. I haven't gone somewhere and before I go, someone's like, oh, I hear that place is dangerous for this, and that, but it ends up being fine for us.
Of course. Well, you guys are not messing around with anybody. You just traveling through travelers, that's.
Yeah. Yeah. We're careful about who we interact with and don't try to not cross anybody and just,
right.
Yeah, do it to avoid confrontation like that.
Of course. Well, gentlemen, I really like to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to have this conversation with you, giving me some of your time. I understand how valuable time is, and you know, you guys have all the time in the world, so I guess that's okay. I'm just kidding. But yes, thank you. I really appreciate your time. Please go ahead and mention all your handles for all your social medias as well. And also please send me all your links so I can add them to the description of the episode, please. Please go ahead.
For sure. So, I mean, our TikTok is TR Explorers. And so that's kind of the main thing that we run together. And then we have our Instagrams, which are just our names, Ryan James Hansen.
And mine's Teno Cow, TNOKAO. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, gentlemen, again, thank you very much. And please have a safe travel. And I hope to have you guys back on in the future when you guys get back. So, you know, you guys share your travel throughout Australia when you guys get back to there. I mean, probably you guys don't even know where you're going next after that. But wherever you guys at, I'll probably send you guys an email and bug you guys. Hopefully, I don't annoy you, but I'll try to annoy you.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
really
you for
appreciate
giving me
it.
the opportunity. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Having true freedom, I don't think most of us think or understand what true freedom is. And for once in my life, I got to meet two gentlemen at such a young age have figured out what true freedom really is. True freedom is not having a bank account with multiple zeros. True freedom is about doing whatever the fuck you want. When you want to do it, where you want to do it. My friends, the greatest. Deuces.